Okay, welcome everybody. We are here to learn how to create a screencast. A screencast is essentially a video recording of your screen of your computer, whatever it might be that you have showing on that screen, with the audio of your voice in the background. So essentially you can record anything that goes on your screen. It doesn't matter whether it's a smartboard file, a PowerPoint presentation, a website, a Word file, really anything. And there are many different tools to create screencasts. For today we're going to use the one that I've come to like, and I think it's very simple, very easy to use, and has a lot of good features. It's completely free. There is a paid version which has other added features, but for all people just getting started, this is even more than enough. It's worthwhile to know that the maximum amount of time that you can use with this free version of a video is 15 minutes, which should be more than enough. Most of the time you don't want to have a video for your students to be more than 5 to 7 or 8 minutes. Certainly depending on the age of your students will affect that as well, but you do have up to 15 minutes. So basically you go to screencast-o-matic.com, screencast-o-matic, there's a dash before the O and after the O, so screencast-o-matic.com. Log in and create your free account the first time. And I'm going to just log in here. Apologize if the video shakes a little bit. It's just that I am using actually an iPad to show this. You can't actually make a screencast of a screencast, so I'm using an iPad to take a video of what I'm doing. So I'm using my left hand just to control the screen. So I'm going to log in, and the first time it might actually ask you to run a little update. Just click run, and all of a sudden you'll see here on the bottom the options show up, and this little red button, start recording, and we're going to actually start recording. So you'll see it gives you a warning, 3, 2, 1, go, and right now everything that I am saying is being recorded by my computer, and it will record the video of all of my mouse movements and whatever is on the screen. So for example, it could be something as simple as going to a website, pulled up here something from the Discovery Channel website. You could be just showing, browsing, talking through some kind of material, some kind of content. You could play a video of that, and again, essentially that would be a video of a video. But you could be, for those middle school and high school teachers, I will be, and our EdTech integrators will be making videos or showing you videos of how to do things. So this is just my own class page, and I could teach you here, go to add content, this is what you do, and so on. So you can make a video of that, a screencast of that. But in terms of delivering content for your classes, whether you're doing this in a flipped concept or just a review concept or any type of way that you want to teach your students material, so you can have a smartboard file, for example. Again, excuse the bad handwriting, I'm using my left hand, but I could have prepared a smartboard file and then filled in answers, or I could simply on the spot open it up and show my students that 1 plus 1 equals 2. Obviously you could do more advanced math or any subject, whatever it might be. The point is that the screencast is recording what's going on the screen with the voice, and again you could use all the features of whatever program you're using. So that's if it's a smartboard file, same thing if it is a Word file. Again, I prepared this. Welcome to our Rothman's class. What do you enjoy most? But really, whatever the content is, any Word file you have that you have material on that you want to show with your students. If it is a Judaic Studies class where there's a text, you could open up a PDF file of the Gemara, Chumash, Navi, Ivrit lesson, whatever it might be, Spanish. This is really a tool that can be utilized really across curriculum, across Judaic, general studies, everything. Similarly, if you have a PowerPoint file, you can pull that up and show from the beginning. This is something from Sukkot that I use with one of my classes, and I can talk through and teach them the content of whatever it is that is on the slides. And again, it's going to be recording. I'll show you in a moment. I'll actually play back the recording on my computer for you to see that. So the point really is that a screencast is just a recording of the screen with the video, with the audio of your voice in the background. And that's a way that you can teach your students content without you being there. They can stop, rewind, start again, go at their own pace. And again, it is not limited to anything. Anything on your computer you can use. Again, a smartboard file, a PowerPoint file, a Word file, any type of file, a website, really just about anything. And in this day and age, that's really how everyone is creating kind of how-to videos, how to do things. It's often better than seeing the person's picture where they actually just have the person's voice in the background. Now, I will show you here down on the bottom are the other options. So if I'm going to click now, I'll show you one other option first. There is this option to have a webcam, so that if you want, and there's a little difference of opinion in the flipped classroom model world, whether or not it is better to have the teacher have a little video of them on the bottom while it is going. So you do have that option if you want. Right, if I click on that, it actually is going to pause my recording. You can't do that while it's in the middle, but I will show you. And you'll see now the video of me pops in. So now if I continue, actually it automatically, let's click here, continue recording. It's actually going to hide this while I am going, but it is actually going to be there so that when the students watch it. So again, some people like that, some people don't like having the video, and that's a personal preference to whatever you want. Again, it's starting again, and I'm going to pause it because I want to show you some of the other options. If you mess up, and trust me, you will. The first time I did this, it was with a different program. I had a limit to 5 minutes. I was creating let's get rid of that guy. I don't need to see me either. I was creating a how-to video for learning something about DDC, and I only had 5 minutes, and I crammed it in, and I did it 7 or 8 times till I finally got it. So if you do that, you just click on restart. I'm not going to do that yet. And that's really just about it. Again, in the paid version, there are some more advanced editing features. If I click done, and we are almost done, so first of all, I can play it back. So watch. 3, 2, 1, go. And right now, everything that I'm saying is being recorded by my computer, and it will record the video of all of my, mouse movements and whatever is on the screen. So, for example, it could be something as simple as going to a website, and you can, move it along, and just, you can play around and listen to different parts. Or showing you videos of how to do things. So this is just my own class page, and I could teach you here. Okay, I think we get the idea. Now the last piece of this, so again, before I show you the last piece, all it is pressing that record button and starting. Again, you're going to play around with it, and it's going to be a little weird for those the first time getting started, but you really do have an opportunity, whether it's again before class or after class and review, to really create a library of videos for your students so that they can take you home, so to speak, with them. Imagine if every English or social studies or science class had a week in review that was a 4-minute video with the highlights that you could share with your students, or a Chumash, Navi, Gemara class where the teacher could prepare a short 2-minute, 3-minute screencast where they're reviewing the proper reading and translation. We're not even getting into perhaps how to use this on the student end. That's a different conversation, but we could teach students how to do that as well. But now, how do we share this with students? So now this is a little bit beyond the our ability to do in one screencast, but I'm going to do it pretty quickly just for a moment. It will automatically create a URL, a website, that you can then share with your students. Now, if you are using the free version, which is what I'm using now, it only gives you 3 ways of sharing. You can either publish it to their website, which again, you can definitely do that to get started. That's probably the easiest thing. If I publish it and I click on that, which I will perhaps do in a moment, it will be saved on this Screencast-O-Matic website. It will give me a URL that I can share with my students, either email it to them or put it on my haiku page, or there's a whole bunch of ways that I can share that with them. I personally put all my screencasts on YouTube. YouTube is free. I have my own YouTube channel which is where this video will get posted, the one that I'm about to share, that I'm actually speaking into now, that I'm going to share with you. You will all have a link. You're probably watching this video right now on YouTube, or, which is a possibility, I don't see this as the most effective one, you can actually download the file as a video file onto your computer. Perhaps in schools where we are worried that the kids don't have access to Wi-Fi, people actually make flip videos and put them on a CD or a flash drive for that reason. What I'm going to do, very simply, is show you my personal way of doing it to YouTube. I'm going to click on Publish to YouTube, and it's going to ask me to give it a name. So I'm going to call this Learning How to Create a Screencast. And I could give a description if I want, tags if I want to make it easier to find. Do I want to make it public or private? I like to keep my things public. Some people might not want to. There's ways of different privacy features we could talk about another time. And then down here, I've already connected it. The first time it'll ask you to add your YouTube account, so you'd actually have to go and create a YouTube account first. If you use Gmail, you already have a YouTube account for free, accessible to you. It may not be in existence, but it really is just a short step to do that. And then I'm going to click. I'm not going to show that process now because we're already past my advice. It's already at about 11 minutes, 11 and a half minutes. I'm going to click Upload to YouTube. It's going to take a moment. I'm actually going to show you this process. It does take about a minute or two. Obviously, it depends on how long the video is. It's essentially going to encode. You don't have to really understand this part. It takes this whole thing. It's going to encode it and then upload it. And then at the very end, I'm going to end up. It's going to give me right in front of me a URL, a web address that I can click on, and that will take me to YouTube where this is. And then I can email that to my students. I can upload it to Haiku. I can share it with my students in any number of ways. And again, just to review while we're waiting for this process to finish up, essentially, again, a screencast. I go to screencast-o-matic.com, create my free account. All I do once I am there is click on that little red record button, which should be in the bottom left, and then that little dotted line will go around my screen. And again, I can make that bigger or smaller depending on how much of my screen I want to record on. And then I go into the program where my content is. It could, like I said, it could really be anything on your computer, a smartboard file that you've created, or a Word file, a PowerPoint file, an Excel file, a website, really anything and everything that would be on your computer that you would want to show and share with your students is possible. So you saw it encoded, then it uploads, so this does take a minute or two. And I will just mention something that we'll talk about in next week's screencast, this is what I'm showing you now is how to create a screencast from your laptop or your PC. There are many other ways to create screencasts, perhaps on a tablet, on an iPad, which are there are pros and cons to both. Both are very effective, and you'll see here it created my URL to my YouTube account, and I'm going to just click on that, and then we'll end, and you'll see, well, it's actually not there yet. It takes a minute or two, so I'm not going to wait around and make you sit and watch, but again, right now you are all actually watching it from this, because as soon as I am about to stop recording the video that you are watching, I'm going to upload it to YouTube as well. So we'll give it one more chance, but it might take a minute or two, and I don't want to keep you. Let's see. There it is. And right now, everything that I'm saying is being recorded by my computer, and it will record the video of all my mouse movements. And let's see if I can make it a little bit. Oh, okay, I clicked on the side. So there we go. That is the process. If anybody has any questions, feel free to email me at jrothman@skhelp.org. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the blog, and I look forward to communicating and to sharing more in the future. Have a good night.